ಆಯ್ತು ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ
want me to attend immediately? Introduce ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ? ಓಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ 25 ಜನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 25 ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಇದಾರಾ? ಈ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ
ಓನಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೆದು ನೋಡಿ
ಅದು ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಲೋ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ? ಕೆನ್ ಯು ಹಿಯರ್ ಮೀ?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning everyone. Good morning all the students. Sir Anil Vara sir, can you
Good morning, sir.
Anil Vara sir, can you hear me?
Kumar sir, Anil sir is still connecting, so it's not been connected yet, sir.
No issue, no issue. As soon as he comes on the line, let me know, okay?
Yeah, sure, sir. I will do that.
Shweta. Shweta.
Sir, it was Saujanya, sir. Sorry. Yeah.
Sound mute ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು.
Yes sir. ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
Everyone to mute the sound.
Yeah.
ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನೋ ಇವ್ರು ಚಿಟ್ ಚಾಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮನೆ ಬೀದಿ ತಿಂಡಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. Not to open any mic till the complete session. Any question on the chat box.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think everyone understood this. Kindly don't unmute yourself. Okay, mute yourself unless until you will have to ask some questions. Write it in the chat box if you want to ask some questions, or else mute yourself. Raise your hands, then only unmute it. Okay, in case if it is required, or else please don't.
Good morning.
Kumar sir, Anil sir just got connected.
Sir, Anil sir, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Actually, there was a new link that was sent, so
Yes.
that was not there in my mailbox. I'm just trying to join from my laptop. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, right. No issues, sir. No issues. Take your own time, sir.
No problem. I
Yes.
just join. Just give me 2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Can I speak? Am I audible? Anil,
Yes. Yes. Kumar sir.
Yeah, I've also switched on my video. Let me know if I'm able to, if you're able to see me.
Okay, sir. Sure. Yes, sir.
You're able to view me? Okay, great.
Yes. Kumar sir.
Sir, good morning, sir. Anil Vara, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Sir.
I'm Kumar, sir, Director Operations, sir, Pionix.
Good morning.
I welcome on behalf of the state government and the Pionix and the MD, sir, and the professor, sir, to you to these sessions or expert session today. I'll briefly introduce about yourself to our participants first, sir. Good day, friends. Anil Vora sir is actually a digital business expert. He's an IITian from Delhi, and he holds a BTech Computer Science and Engineering graduation, and he's having the postgraduate diploma in management from IIM Bangalore. So he has got international postgraduate certificate in product management as well as in the marketing. And sir has got rich 24 years of experience in digital platform. And he has given the innumerable number of solutions on the digital platforms. I'll just narrate one or two example. One is that closed loop digital marketing and digital operations factory module is the main root cause to enable this system. And the second one is valuable experience in go-to-market consulting, brand outreach, alliance and partnership in the digital space. He has handled many leadership and the management roles in different multinational companies. That includes Cognizant, Wipro, IBM, Tech Mahindra, Sonata Software, and Siemens across various segments in digital platforms. And he has a rich global experience in digital transformation and innovation programs in renowned organization, which includes Fortune 500, which is one of the topmost multinational company in the world. And he has mentored hundreds of senior business and IT professionals to create themselves a good professional journey, sir. And sir, we have 14 franchise and training centers across the state of Karnataka. And we got around 165 students who are trained under your able leadership and the guidance. So these trainees are basically the graduate holders in different disciplines like engineering, science, maybe commerce, something like that. Basically, they are the graduates with 90%. There are engineering graduates to have these kind of software, whatever the 10 programs we have. With this small introduction about the Anil Vora sir and our participants as a trainees, I request the Anil Vora sir to take over the mic for the next session. All the best, sir. Good day. You can take over the mic, sir, please. We're not able to hear you, sir.
Okay, am I audible now? Am I audible?
Audible, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Kumar sir. Thanks for the wonderful introduction. And first of all, I'm very grateful for this, wonderful opportunity to interact with, seniors like yourself and, the students who are eager to learn and, grow themselves, right? So it's a wonderful opportunity. And I look forward to the sessions and of course today's session and the sessions going forward. And it'll, I'm looking forward to a lot of interaction with the students and, some kind of engagement where they are able to see a big difference in their, perspective as they go along these sessions with myself and as well as my, other peers who are conducting the other sessions for the students. So thanks. So along with this introduction, I will, also welcome the students once again into this session. And before we proceed,
shall I interrupt, sir? 1 minute.
Yeah.
So we have actually second line tutors, about 11 tutors we have.
Oh, yeah. You'd mentioned. So welcome.
They are online and offline. They are doing the job. Already they have started doing that job.
Wonderful.
And third one, we have the interns who gives the first-hand the practical experiences.
Okay.
And we have a fourth line of coordinators in the center itself. Each center will have 1 or 2 coordinators who are also either the BTech or the MTech. Great.
Wonderful. So welcome to all of them to this session. I hope for a I look forward to a very interactive session where they are able to engage well and take something very meaningful from this session. So we'll be spending the next 2 hours, right? And I do want to make it very fruitful for everybody. So can I start now the session, or is there any other formality that needs to be? Do we need to get into some other things before we, setting the tone for the session and things like that, or am I good to start? Kumar sir?
No, you can start the session, sir.
Sure. Thank you. So,
and I requested everyone to put any questions on the chat box.
Okay, wonderful. So
later on, as you wish, you can take the questions also.
That will be wonderful. So, yeah. Sorry, you were saying something, and
no, you can take the question maybe in the last half an hour.
Sure. So before I begin the session, I have a structure in mind, and what we wanted to discuss. I know there are a lot of students, so maybe we'll not get an chance to interact with everybody through every question. So at least through the 2 hours, everybody hopefully would have interacted. So in the beginning, I just want maybe a few questions or a few thoughts as to what is it that you are expecting. Some of you can, come forward and raise your hand, on the platform, raise your hand, or you can unmute yourself if you're able to, and speak up and just introduce yourself briefly, and maybe quickly share your thoughts on what is it that you're expecting today and for the next 2 hours, and what is it do you want to learn? Yeah, so basically few of you, maybe some of you can raise your hands, and whoever goes first gets the chance. All the participants, this is for all the participants, including the tutors and everybody else. So just so that we can warm up to, I'm also, comfortable in, delivering what I am delivering, and you're also comfortable receiving that, right? So we'll have a meaningful engagement. So that's the intent. Please go ahead. You can raise your hand, or you can unmute yourself, and maybe the next 2 to 3 minutes we'll have this, and then we will proceed. Anyone? If nobody speaks up, then I'm going to pick some names. Anybody? Please feel free. So I see that. Yes. Yes, Prakash.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Sir, my name is Rajshekar Heramat from Gulbarga, sir. Kavita Computers and IT Services.
Yes, Raj. Very good.
Yes, sir. We have taken the course from the Kionic, sir. Looking forward into get the IT technology, whatever is necessarily needed to upgrade ourselves and to achieve something in the IT field, sir. So that we can help the society looking forward, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So you want to, can you be a little more specific? I mean, a little more specific in terms of, I'm happy that you came up with this, but a little more specific, what exactly do you think you want to learn in the next years?
So now looking into the forward, whatever the sessions I had attended, for especially for the border force and the military candidates and our farmers, which are the two bones of India, making it strong in the society. So whatever we are going to learn today, that I will come up with a special idea, so that which can helpful to the growth of our country, sir. So that is the main aim of that.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's a wonderful vision that you have. Fair enough. So anything additional on top of that in the 2 hours? What do you want to learn? In the coming 2 hours, what do you want to? What is that one thing? What is that one thing that you want to understand in these 2 hours? See, you are spending your 2 hours. Your time is valuable. My time is valuable, and we want to have a meaningful discussion, right? So, what is that one thing that you want to take away from the 2 hours?
So first and forward, my no, my aim is to understand the topic what you are going to impart the knowledge, sir. So
Okay.
that is so after listening that we will continue with the same things.
Sure.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you,
sir.
Raj. Thank you very much. Who wants to go next? I'm making notes parallelly so that I can, cover all of that you are expecting, and we'll have a nice interaction. So yeah, who wants to go next? Raj wants to, so he wants to understand, the IT services space, and he wants to understand the topic that I'm going to discuss today. And then that is one, that's important. That's the important takeaway that he wants to have for today. Who else? Who wants to go next? Anybody, feel free. You don't have to.
Sir, it is from Kionis Computer Training Center, IT Park, Hubli. Here, 14 students are undergoing training in AI with Python. So
Okay.
this sessions are going on very well. Students are very happy with this training, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So what is that, maybe on behalf of these students, sir, can you ask, you can represent them and then convey that over the mic now that you have the mic. What is it that that they are looking forward to? What do they want to get from the next 2 hours? Anything specific? Any idea they have? Anything, any special thing that they want to learn? Anything specific they want to understand? Are they having any problem in their, thinking or anything like that? So anything they want to understand?
Sir, they are very much interested to undergo training in advanced technologies. Today, world is going towards very much advanced. They are very much interested to become IT experts.
Okay, so they want to become IT experts, and they want to have some learning today which will help them become IT experts, right? That is the understanding. All right. Anyone amongst, I see a big number of students in your classroom. So anyone wants to speak up? Any one of you wants to speak? I'll be more than happy to listen to you. It's nice to hear you, right? I mean, it's nice to also know that you can talk and interact. So anyone wants to speak? There are a few girls behind you, sir, and then there are some boys also on the other side. Anyone wants to speak up? One of you can speak up for the students. Just
good
so
morning,
that,
sir.
Yeah.
My name is Shalini.
Yeah, Shalini.
So I want to learn more about cloud AWS course
Cloud.
about already our sir Abla sir has taught lot of things in that.
Okay.
I want to learn more about that course, how it works and how it is secure, how it is helpful, and also.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. So who was this? Can I know your name? I'm sorry. It's just
Shalini, sir.
Shalini. Yeah, Shalini. So Shalini wants to know more about cloud and AWS and these technologies, and how that can be used actually, right? So that's your interest. Great. So who else? Who else? Let's have a few more. It's nice to interact with you people and see that you have so many, expectations and so many things you want to learn, right? So who else wants to? Rest of them don't want to learn anything. Dharani, yeah, Dharani, I see you on the screen now. Do you want to speak up?
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello, sir.
Hello. Yes, Kavita, I can hear you, Kavita. This is Kavita Computers.
Yes, sir.
Who's speaking?
Kavita Computer from Kalburgi, sir. Who's speaking? So my name is Reshma.
Yes, Reshma. I can hear you. Yeah.
Sir, about the Python, we want to learn much more things, sir. As of now, classes were going on, but about that, we want to learn much more things.
About what? I'm sorry, about Python.
Yes, sir, Python.
Okay. So you are interested in knowing about Python. Okay. Okay. Who else? Yeah, I see a few students again from Kavita. So that was Reshma, is it? Okay. Good to see you, Reshma. Yeah. Nice. Who else? The one lady behind you is also very interested in speaking, looks like. So she also has an expectation. The lady behind Reshma, she was smiling and she wanted to speak up. No? Yes? You had a question? Okay. Okay. Who else? Who else? Anybody else? There are 45 of you. So only three, hardly 3-4 of you spoke up. Okay, so someone has written on the chat. This is Border Gowda from SC Haveri. We want to learn about artificial intelligence. Okay, so why don't you speak up? If you can speak up, it will be nice to see you and understand that, right? Yeah. Why don't you speak up?
Hi, sir. This is Prakash from Dharwad, sir.
Yes, Prakash. Go ahead.
Yes. So we are already learning some of the advanced courses like AI with Python, IoT with Python. And in this competition area, we want to know how smartly we can prepare for the interview in MNC companies or and in software companies.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's a very interesting question, and that's a very important question. How to prepare well for interviews, right?
Yes,
how
sir.
to prepare
Yes,
well for interviews. See, finally, yes, you're all doing all these courses to get a good, get into a good occupation, right? To get a good job or do something on your own, but you want to do something with all the technologies. And how
Yes,
do you prepare yourself for that new role? Right?
Yeah, because everyone is participating in the interview and everyone will appear for that. But smartly, if we want to get a job in some software companies, so what are the tricks we need to learn?
Wonderful. I'm very happy with this question, Prakash. So can you tell me briefly about yourself, Prakash?
Sir, myself, Prakash Hundai, from Dharwad Complex Computer Education Center.
What do you do?
I teach some programming languages in our institute, sir. I'm the proprietor of that center.
Okay, you're the proprietor of that center, and
yes, yes, sir.
So why do you no? So you want to prepare yourself? For
no, sir. I want to make my students to understand what actually.
That's what I want. So you want your students to do better in the interview.
On behalf of student, I am asking you the question, sir.
On behalf of your students, okay. Wonderful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wonderful question. Yeah. So I'm happy, and I will be more than happy to answer that question. So we will see how to prepare for that. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure. So who else? Maybe another few more, please. Some more important, interesting questions like this, please.
Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Myself, Jyoti from Kavita Computers.
Yeah, Jyoti. Yeah. Nice to see you back. Yeah, please go ahead.
I want to learn more about cyber security, sir.
About cybernetics.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Cyber security, sir.
I'm sorry, can you speak up a little, put it closer to your mouth?
Cyber security.
Cyber security. Okay, great. Okay, so why specifically only cyber security? Are you not interested in other things? My question to you.
I heard the class notes, so I quite so much interested in that topic.
Okay. So you are interested in that topic. Cyber security is a topic that is interesting to you. Therefore, you want to learn more about cyber security, right? Very good, very good. And so what about the other two ladies in front of you? They both also want to learn cyber security, or they also want to learn, or they want to learn something else? Same. No, because everybody cannot like the same. See, for example, if we are going to a restaurant, okay, if we all go to a restaurant, you all gone to some restaurants to eat food, or on the street you're having pani puri and all of that stuff, right? So you're eating a lot of those things, or maybe you're going to buy clothes. So your name is, I'm sorry, what is your name? No, your name. You spoke, no, just now. What is your name?
Jyoti.
Jyoti. So Jyoti likes a blue dress, and Jyoti likes to eat, let us say, noodles. Okay, I'm assuming, I'm just taking a guess. Let us say Jyoti likes to eat noodles. Is it necessary that the other two also should like blue dress and noodles? No, right? You can like something else. Maybe Reshma likes to eat idli, and maybe the other lady, I forgot her name. I don't know. What's your name?
Pooja Patil.
Pooja, okay, Pooja. Yeah, so I think you can speak up. So Pooja, supposing Pooja likes some other food, she likes roti, right? Chapati and North Indian style food. So everybody will have different tastes and different colors and different things, right? So because Jyoti likes cyber security, not necessary that everybody else also should like that, isn't it? So I want the others also to come up and speak up. What is it that they want to learn? What interests you and what do you want to do? You should think like that, right? Then otherwise, if someone else is doing something, if you also try to do the same thing, you're not going to like it maybe sometimes, right? Just because Jyoti likes cyber security, if I also start wanting to do that, or I also do that, I may not like it. If Jyoti likes, we said noodles, right? So not necessary that you also have to eat noodles, right? All right. So this is for everybody, not just for the 3 students here. It's for everybody. There are about 45, 48 now, including all the senior people and the tutors and trainers as well. But especially the students. So what else? Who else wants to speak up? Who else wants to speak up? I see someone joined just behind you. So very keenly, the person is looking at me. Does he want to speak up? No? Okay. Anybody else? Who else? Yeah, I see a new, okay. I see Vaishali.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Sir, this is Rajeshwari here from Turning Point Computers.
Okay.
I am the coordinator for this course program, sir.
Okay, wonderful. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. I didn't get your name.
Rajeshwari, sir. Rajeshwari.
Rajeshwari. Yes, Rajeshwari. I can't see your video though. I can't see the video now.
Just a second, sir.
Yeah, Rajeshwari. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Nice to see you, sir.
Nice to see you as well.
Sir, actually, being a coordinator, we have given the task of having the awareness of technology among the students in technical colleges, sir.
Okay.
So I want to know more about how to attract the student towards this advanced technology and all the things, sir. Like marketing skills, I want to learn.
How to attract students to modern technologies courses.
Yes, sir. Advanced technologies.
Advanced technology courses, is it?
Yeah, it might be digitally because nowadays all the students are connected via social networks. So I want to know more about digital marketing and these kind of skills. Sir.
Okay, I've made a note of that. So why specifically? Because you want to do that to get more students for your.
Yes, because we belongs to small towns like Bijapur in Karnataka state. So here the students are going for big cities to learn the advanced courses, sir. Whether here Kionix is providing those kind of courses here itself locally, but they are not their mindset is totally different. That if we go to the metropolitan cities only, we will get that kind of knowledge. So I want to spread the awareness of the technology that we can also provide being locally. And it can be done through digital marketing so that we are also in the same field that we know digital marketing and all the things that students also come to know that we are also advanced locally. We are also one step ahead of the metropolitan cities. So I want to know more about digital marketing and these kind of marketing skills.
Okay, wonderful. Nice question. I'm happy you also raised that question. It's an important question that needs to be addressed. A very important point you raised, saying that people have a mindset, people have a thinking that only if you go to the towns, cities or metropolitan cities, actually, you will get more knowledge and better courses. In smaller towns, it may not be available. It will not be as advanced. Is the thinking, is the mindset. Right. So that's a very meaningful question, and I will try to address that as far as I can. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So one last person, and then we are done with the expectation. So you have only one more chance. Who wants to go quickly? Whoever goes first gets the chance.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, this is Rashmi from Belgaum. So I want to know about the virtual reality.
Okay, Rashmi, you want to know about virtual reality. Good, but why? Why do you want to know about virtual reality?
We see in the malls and all, like we have the games, like exactly how it works, like what is the concept behind it?
Okay, but why? There are so many other things also in the malls, no? So there is, artificial intelligence is also there. There is scanners are there. There are so many things. Why virtual reality only you want to understand?
Because now in the busy world, like everything is becoming virtual.
Okay.
I want to know much more about the virtual things.
So you are interested in that topic, is it? You are interested in that topic. Okay. Can you tell me a brief background of yourself? What do you do and what is your, what is?
Completed my MCA. So.
Okay. And virtual reality is part of one of your subjects. Are you learning something in that space?
So means I have a curiosity on that.
You have a curiosity. Okay. Okay. So have you done any research already, or it is just a curiosity at this point?
Yeah, I have just read about that, but I don't know much about that.
Okay, I'm asking you this question because there are so many things, right? There is artificial intelligence, there is machine learning, there is cyber security. There are so many topics, but why did you choose only virtual reality? I wanted to understand that. So like she likes noodles, you like something else, obviously, right? So you like virtual reality. Is that fair enough to understand? Okay, fine. All right. All right. Anyone who's eagerly wanting to ask something else? And I haven't given them a chance. So one more last chance. Anybody else who wants to speak up quickly?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, I'm from Vaishali Computers.
Yes.
I want to know what is Arduino language and how it works.
I'm sorry, can you speak up?
What is Arduino language and how it works in the airline industry, cinema hall, like that. I want to know about that.
Which language?
Arduino language.
Audio language. Okay, so what do you know about it?
Sir, I doesn't know, that's why I'm asking.
Okay, so now when you say audio language, what exactly, can you elaborate that question a little more? Can you explain a little more?
Arduino, what is Arduino language?
Yeah. So you just want to know what it is it? That's all you want.
Yes, sir.
But why specifically that? Why only? So why, like I asked her, why cyber security, and like I asked, the other person, why this you have to tell me. Little more.
Because I'm learning IoT, no, sir.
Okay. So you that got you into this curiosity, is it? Okay. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I'm not able to see you very clearly, but anyway, so I heard you. Fine. I think you're hidden behind, some of the other students. Not an issue. Fine. So we have now. So shall we begin the session? Yes. Raise your hand if you want to begin the session and start getting into more serious discussions on the topics that you have raised questions on. Okay. Okay. Fine. Great. I can see. So I will share my screen. Let me know when you can see that. Okay. Let me know when you can see that. I'm going to pull up something and share my screen with you. So we all spoke of a lot of things, right? Somebody is interested in cybersecurity, somebody is interested in Python, somebody is interested in IoT, somebody is interested in something else. There are so many things, right, that are there. So I want to, share something and start the discussion with that. 1 minute, let me share my screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, can you take a minute to read this or 30 seconds to read this? And can you digest it? Can you understand this? Then we will discuss around this. Have you seen this? Who has seen this earlier? Anybody who has seen this earlier? Okay, somebody has raised their hand. Can you speak up? Can you speak in the mic and explain to me what it means?
Sir, it means that if we got talent and all the things, but we don't have the opportunity to raise up, the talent will not be used for the social work, sir.
So you are saying you have a lot of talent, but if you don't have the opportunity, then it will not be useful. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will like to correct you here a little bit. Who wants to correct her a little bit? Yeah.
So even if you have all the resources, like if you have all the opportunities, if you are not wise enough to use those opportunities, then you'll not be able to succeed. That's what I understood from this.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. So you have all the opportunities. See, this man is having he has the opportunities already there. Opportunity of going to the other side is already there with so many ladders, right? You see, he's standing on a heap of ladders, right? This man, yeah. And he's trying to see the other side and he's trying to go to the other side, but still he's not able to do it because he's not utilizing the opportunity properly. He's not utilizing the opportunity properly. That is not the correct way of utilizing the opportunity, right? So it is not that you need an opportunity to cross it. Opportunity is already there, but how to use that opportunity is the skill that you need to develop. Correct? Who wants to reiterate that? That's what, who spoke up from Kionics, Karnataka? I didn't get the name, sorry.
Shweta, sir.
Shweta, yeah, that's what you're trying to say, right? Shweta, whatever yes, I just... Yes. Yeah, yes. So that is the correct understanding. Say it says it doesn't matter how many resources, how many tools, how many opportunities you have. If you don't know how to use those opportunities, those resources, those tools, it will never be enough. Now, why am I bringing this topic in today's discussion? Why am I bringing up this topic in today's discussion? So the reason I'm bringing up this topic is you all spoke of so many tools and technologies, right? I mean, I want to learn this, I want to learn that, I want to do this, I want to do that. Amongst all those questions, there were a few questions, all of them are important. I'm not denying that you need to have that curiosity, you must learn all of those things, whatever interests you, you must learn those things. But in the whole process, don't forget the bigger picture. Don't forget, because today it may be AWS, today it might be some cybersecurity technologies, today it might be some new technologies in artificial intelligence. 5 years ago, it was not there. 10 years ago, it was not there. Some of these were not there. Now, 5 years in the future, there might be something else. 10 years in the future, there might be something else, completely different. So how will you keep pace with every thing? It's not about learning new technologies randomly and blindly. Digital is not about learning technologies randomly and blindly. Whatever is there, let's learn this because that is very popular nowadays. Let's learn that and we will get a good job. Yes, to some extent it is important. When you're starting off, when you're starting in your career, you need to have certain skills so that you can get a sound base and a good ground to start building your talent. But don't forget the big picture. The big picture, we will talk about that as we go forward, but don't forget the big picture. Don't get lost in small things and forget about the bigger thing in career, in life, and in your professional roles, whatever you want to do, in your ambition, what you want to do, right? Because resources, there will be plenty of resources, there will be plenty of tools, and if you don't know how to use them, it will never be enough. The technologies today, you might learn 10 technologies. Tomorrow, there will be 11th one. It will not be enough if you keep randomly picking up. If you keep blindly taking up something without really understanding what it means to know that, why am I learning this? What is it going to, how is it going to help me? What is it going to deliver? You need to ask these questions continuously to yourself before plunging into something. Correct? So I want at least in the chat box, I want a yes from as many people as possible if you understood this, what I'm trying to explain. Can I see a yes in the chat box? I saw how the more yeses I see, the more confident I will feel. Yes, I'm communicating better, right? And you will be able to appreciate that better. Okay. Okay, whoever has access to laptop or computer or whatever, I will request you to interact. See, every time we can't ask you to speak up because then the flow will be lost, but at least you can chat and then or raise a question. And anytime you have a question, please raise your hand. We will make a note of that and we will discuss. Okay, good to see so many yeses. Wonderful. Right? So tell me one thing, How do you, if you're getting into the IT space, information technology industry, you want to get a good job, you want to do good roles there in that industry, and there are so many things that you need to learn, right? So many tools are there to learn. What is that one skill, if you learn, you will be able to perform much better in your roles? What is that one skill, if you learn, you will be able to perform much better in your roles? One skill, one talent. Okay, you're all chatting again, is it? Ambition to learn. That is not a skill, no? Ambition is your ambition. I'm saying, what is that one skill, if you learn and you can apply that skill to almost anything, overcoming the fear of not able to do it? That is not a skill, that is a personality trait. Self-confidence, time management is a skill, maybe. Self-confidence is your building self-confidence. Time management, okay. Time management is important, definitely. I don't deny that. Communication skills are also important. You should be able to communicate, not necessarily only English communication skills. In any language, whatever you communicate you should be able to convey the message. Yes, that's also important, very important. But anything else? I'm looking for a specific answer. Communication skills, IoT skills. IoT skills, can it help any field? Every field, will it help? Who wants to answer that? IoT skills. Can IoT skills help any field, every field? Not necessarily, right? It's there, it's a tool, it's a technology which is there, which can be used in some places. I'm talking about a generic skill which you develop. And if you develop that skill, you will be able to address many issues. Okay, getting adjusted into any kind of environment. Okay, adaptability. Okay, that is a skill. Very good, very interesting skill. Self-learning for self-progress. Okay, that is also a skill. Good. Okay, I'm not getting the answer that I wanted. 2 more attempts. 2 more people can attempt, or you can attempt. I mean, whoever wants to attempt for the next 10 seconds. Okay. I didn't get any answers. Self-learning for self-progress. Okay. Analytical and someone is close. analytical and logical thinking. It is close to what I wanted. Thinking skill is also close to one. Who is this Purushottam Karakala? Purushottam Karakala, can you unmute yourself and speak up, please? Decision making. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm getting some of the answers that I was looking for. So who will, Purushottam, you wrote problem solving. Can you unmute yourself and speak up? Is it possible for you to unmute yourself and speak up? Purushottam?
Morning.
Can I also see you on the video? I'll be very happy to see you on video.
No, I'm not in a position to come on video, but I'll be able to speak.
Okay, please go ahead. If you're having your breakfast and all that, not an issue. I don't mind if you're having breakfast and you want to come, that's fine. I'm not really bothered about those things. But yeah, anyway, I leave it to you. You can speak up. Yes, Purushottam.
Yes, I'm one of the faculty at the Clinics Center.
You're breaking up, Purushottam. Your voice is breaking up. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
The network is an issue.
Okay. So, okay, so maybe, yeah, so then it's going to be a challenge. If your network is not that great, then it's going to be a challenge. Try answering once. If I get it, then I will. So what I want to hear from you is briefly about your background and why did you say problem solving? Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, anyone else? So actually the answer that I was looking for was problem solving skills, problem solving skills, and he was bang on, Purushottam. So, one round of applause for Purushottam. The other skills are also important, like, someone mentioned thinking skills, then analytical and logical thinking. They're all related to problem solving. And we have, someone speaking about decision making and all of that. So, yeah, I suddenly see someone's screen. Purushottam? Purushottam, are you speaking up? Or are you sharing your screen? No, we can't hear you.
A lot of,
No, I'm sorry. So maybe Purushottam, what you can do is in the interest of the session, you can type in your answer. I would have really loved to know about your answer, but yeah, since there is a challenge in hearing you and all of that of the audio issues, you can type in your answer and in the interest of, the rest of the session, maybe someone else, if someone else also understands this problem solving as one key skill, can you answer on behalf of Purushottam or for yourself? Who else thinks problem solving is an important skill to learn, which is going to help you a lot in digital transformation programs and digital to be useful in the IT industry? Who else wants to speak up? Someone can mention that in the chat box. Purushottam, maybe you can stop sharing your screen. I think you're sharing your screen, right? Okay, who else aligns with Purushottam? Who else aligns with Purushottam?
Anil sir, it's not Purushottam's screen, it's Kumar sir's screen which has been shared. So okay. Kumar sir.
Yeah, so that's fine. I can stop. So who else wants to speak up? Who wants to speak about problem solving? Who wanted to speak about problem solving?
Hello, sir. This is Abhilash.
Yeah, Abhilash, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
think, it is one of the key skills, because it will basically help you determine why a particular issue is happening and probably come up with a solution. Because in IT, we basically always ask questions like why, how. So why something is happening and how to overcome it. So unless you have a problem solving skill, so we'll always, look up to someone else to basically come up with a solution for a particular problem. So that is why we usually go with a collaborative effort where people will sit around and ask why something is going wrong and how to basically come up with a solution for it. So that's my take.
Absolutely. So thanks for that, Abhilash. I would have loved to have you on video as well, but I can see your lovely picture there. No problem. If you can turn on your video, that will also be nice. So that's your answer is bang on, right? So we are always trying to. So why do we? So even before we get into these technologies, let us try and understand why do we have these technologies in place, right? Cybersecurity, virtual reality, you spoke about IoT and all of these things. Why do you, so I will briefly also give you an introduction about myself. I got, yes, Kumar sir had given a wonderful introduction, but I wanted to share something about my profile in a little more detail so that you understand where I'm coming from. Not to brag about myself, but where I come from and what experience I have and why I'm saying a few things that I'm trying to share with you. Okay, so yeah, sorry, Sharada, you wanted to say something? Sharada, you want to say something? Okay, there are a lot of direct messages to me regarding problem solving and all of that. I'm just reading those. Problem solving to determine why an issue is happening. Okay, yeah, I think you're there. So let me share, again my screen, and then we will, kind of get back to this topic. There is a reason why I'm sharing this, so that you get an idea of why I am saying these. Okay. Okay. One of you can speak up and say yes when you can see my screen. All right.
Yes, sir.
Can you see my screen now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Can you see now?
Yes, sir. You're a partner to digital IT leaders.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. So, yeah, so I'm, I'm a partner to digital and IT leaders. And below there, you see the LinkedIn profile. I'm there on LinkedIn as well. You can connect with me on LinkedIn for continued interaction with me. I do a lot of posts and share some videos on different topics and, thoughts around interesting topics in the digital space, in the IT space. So I have over 24 years of experience in a lot of assignments, especially in solving business problems. Okay, so that has been my experience, and I have worked on various programs. I'm sorry, someone is speaking. Please, can you mute yourself? So
we are not able to see your screen, sir.
But some of you are able to see the screen, right? Some of you are able to see the screen.
Sir, the problem is, there are two screens being shared. Kumar sir is also sharing and you are sharing it. So people should basically switch to the second screen.
Okay, can Kumar's screen be, can we stop that sharing? Is there a way to stop that sharing? I have stopped sharing my screen.
Yes, sir, I'll stop it.
If you can, yeah, that's great. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So now I will share my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen now. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Your screen, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. So I spoke about my experience, and I have also worked on, a lot of digital programs, digital, initiatives in the IT industry. There are a lot of these programs and projects, innovation programs for a lot of organizations, including, as projects for Fortune 500 companies. So these are some of the leading companies in the world. So I've worked on, programs for those organizations as well. And I've predominantly worked in the IT industry. So, I can share all my experiences with you. I've worked with some of the leading names like Wipro, IBM, Siemens, Mindtree, and I've held some key positions in different types of roles, from IT to business roles to, building, consulting, programs for them. So many different roles I have worked in the IT industry. And I've done my BTech and MBA, as when I was introduced, you got to know. So I've, got my education from IIT and IIM. And as part of my experience in the 24 years, more than 24 years now, I have worked on different industry verticals. So when I say industry verticals, the different programs and projects that I have done are not in a particular industry alone. I have got, done programs and projects across different, industries like consumer packaged goods, retail industry, banking industry, healthcare, and so many others, because digital and IT is applicable to all the industries, right? So there are different ways in which they can be used. So I've, got the good fortune to work on different programs and projects, interestingly. And I've also done, a huge amount of experiential program from the Institute of Product Leadership. And, it's about, building products and marketing the products and so on and so forth. And I've, again, not to brag about myself, but have had my share of awards and accolades in the space of digital, product and design thinking space, in terms of writing, articles and, conferences and so on and so forth. Now, how do I help companies with digital transformation programs? How do I really do that? Okay. First is, see, even before an organization gets onto a project, you are, when you're talking about IT projects, a lot of software professionals, they'll be doing a lot of coding and doing some programs and projects and all of that. But before that, the company which gave that project would have thought through what is required, why do we need that, and then it came into a form of a project, right? So first and foremost, it is important to understand the problem space. What is the problem that you're trying to address? So I deliver digital experience design and readiness assessment workshops, employing innovative problem solving methodologies. So like design thinking is one way, and then there are several other, classical ways in which you can have, where the leadership and the teams, relevant teams, can sit together and identify and, try to prepare the problem statement. What is the exact problem we are trying to solve? And then we go about finding solutions for those. So first is that, I do those. Then I help them build the business strategy, the roadmap, and the implementation plan for their, solution statement or the problem that they have thought about, solution for that. So I've done that for, like, for example, all of these digital platforms and retail, CPG, and banking. Then after that, when actually the program or the project is being implemented for them, there are consulting teams, right? They will be working on, is it going well? Are they professionals being directed well? Is the company addressing the right problems? So I have directed those consulting teams for many projects, and including some of the leading ones, like for the retail marketplace implementation and so on and so forth. And the fourth thing is delivering solution requirements for digital platforms. So even before you start coding, even before you start employing technologies like Python or AWS and all sorts of things, you need to first understand what are the solution requirements. What is it that is required? There is a problem statement, and then there is a solution, options, and what are those solutions you're trying to look at, right? So it could be as simple as a feature. It could be as simple as a feature. For example, let us say in this platform right now, we are interacting on, on this virtual platform on Zoom. Now, this Zoom platform came into being because there was a problem earlier. People were not able to interact digitally. There was not a possibility of so many people coming together. I am able to share my screen. All these are features, right, of the platform. All these are features of the platform. The ability to share the screen. Maybe tomorrow we want the ability to share 2 screens, multiple screens, right, without having a problem. So that could be an additional feature in the future, right? So those kind of solution requirements need to be delivered, and I've worked on those things as well. And finally, today, because I have had a lot of experience, I felt that I can help a lot of professionals who are facing problems, trying to see the technology and the business part of the whole thing together. So they're, if they're technologists, they become only technologists. If they're business people, they only look at it from the business perspective. So since I have had the opportunity to look at both these sides, and I've had the opportunity to work on programs successfully, I have also taken up this mission to coach and mentor mid-career digital and IT professionals to grow their influence, earning potential, and impact through entrepreneurship. So we will talk about entrepreneurship later on, not now, but primarily what it means is their ability to become more meaningful in their organizations, and how they can add value to their company, how can they become better professionals in the IT industry. Especially. So that is briefly about myself. And for those of you who are not on LinkedIn, maybe you want to check out what LinkedIn is. And for those of you who are on LinkedIn, you can actually connect with me on LinkedIn. Just send me a message also that you're from this program, and I will be more than happy to connect with you, and you can stay connected. You can keep asking questions. You can interact with me. I'll be happy to stay tuned with you. All right. So that is briefly about myself. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is who wants to answer? Who wants to answer? I brought this up because I wanted to feel good and I wanted to talk about myself. Right? Yes. Who wants to say yes? Or who wants to say no? I gave another introduction. I already was introduced once, but again, I introduced myself with a lot of details. Why did I introduce myself with all of those details? Just to feel very good? Yes, no, can you chat? Can you all chat? Some answers, some responses in the chat. Can I see some responses? Or no? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, Kavita, what did you want to say? I mean, Kavita Computers, right? Someone spoke from Kavita Computers. Okay. The reason I think I didn't communicate, the reason I wanted to share this background about myself was primarily, if you go back to what we were discussing, we were talking about, becoming more, useful in the IT industry. How do we, learn these new technologies and all of these things. The point is, I have seen a lot of these professionals working in the industry, and then there are a lot of experiences I have shared, I have experienced in the professional life, and interacted with a lot of different types of professionals. What I have seen as an underlying theme is, you become successful in your role if you have this mindset of problem solving. If you have the mindset of problem solving, more than learning one particular technology or getting deep into it and then forgetting about why it exists and all of that, first and foremost, it is important to have a mindset of problem solving mindset. If you have a problem solving mindset, you will be successful. It's one of the key skills that you can actually develop. Okay, so let me see. There are some examples, some answers in the chat box. So some of you are saying to build confidence in the audience. Okay, fine, fair enough. To showcase your expertise in the area of problem solving and your contribution to the industry. Okay, to showcase. Okay, it's inspiration to us, to inspire us. Okay, so yes, it was to build confidence and to inspire you, but not necessarily to showcase my skills. the reason why I told you about myself is already I was introduced in the beginning, right? Why do I need to introduce once again in more detail? The reason is I want you to understand, because I have seen all those areas, I can say with confidence now, because I've seen all these spaces, I can say with confidence now that problem solving ability is one of the key skills that you can have in your professional life, which will make you very successful, right? That is what I wanted to communicate, not to brag about myself. Okay, so for example, let us take some of the leading companies in the world, right? Okay, all of us use mobile phones. That is why we are having these mobile phones. And a lot of these mobile phones have a lot of applications, right? You have different types of apps. Whoever invented the mobile phone, or whoever came up with the, let's take let's talk about Apple or Steve Jobs. He thought about that need, right? Or whoever invented maybe some of the other apps and so many other things, a lot of new things came up, right? They thought of that problem that the community or the people are facing. For example, let us, who wants to talk about a particular app? How many of you use Book My Show to watch movies? I don't know if you watch movies. If you come to different, how many of you who knows about Book My Show? Can you share, say a yes in the chat box if you know about the app Book My Show? Okay, I see 2 or 3 yeses. So those of you who said, who does not know about Book My Show? Okay, Abhilash knows about Book My Show. Okay, it's a movie booking app. Not just movies, it's a lot about all other theater, other events all around you. Yes. So Abhilash, can you speak about Book My Show a little bit? I'll just pick you. I mean, yeah.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. So basically, using this application, you can book, not just movies, as you rightly said, all theater shows, or any other, events that are happening in and around the place. I mean, you can also book, shows from different cities if you basically want to book it for somebody else. You can also share these details with others. And the best part is, for example, if you book a movie, they'll also generate a QR code for multiplexes. So where you can just, you don't have to basically carry a physical ticket. So that's basically cutting down the carbon footprint. That's my understanding.
Wonderful. Again, once again, Abhilash, I would have loved to have you on video. Can you put on your video, or you're not in a position to do that?
So sorry. I mean, I've been sick for the past few days, so I'm not in a good.
No problem. So we'll make do with your wonderful picture in the meantime.
Thank you.
Okay, so fine, wonderful answer, Abhilash. So now you spoke about a lot of those things. How did Book My Show come into existence? How did that app come in? Why did it come into existence? Who invented it? I don't want to know whether you exactly know who invented it or who came up with it, but can you tell me why it came into existence? Before Book My Show also, people used to watch movies, no? We all used to go to a movie theater, buy the tickets and watch it. Who came up with that idea, and why did they come up with that idea? Can you explain?
I don't know like who exactly came up with this
that's
idea
fine.
built the application. Yeah, but the thing is, before this came into the picture, so basically people, used to go to the theater on the day of the show, whenever they wanted to watch a particular movie or any other show. But the problem is in the real world, there are chances that you might not get enough tickets that you want, or you'll have to pay more whenever you basically want to get it in black market. So to overcome all this, you can basically sit at the comfort of your home and pre-book the tickets, probably like a couple of days before the actual day you want to go and watch the movie. And also, talking about multiplexes, you can also book snacks for yourself and the family or friends you are going with. So all this are more convenient to do. And you can also pay in advance using all the digital platforms, so you don't have to basically carry cash.
Right. Wonderful. So how many you spoke about so many things. Wonderful. I'm really happy with that. So you spoke about so many things that were the reason for the emergence of Book My Show. How many technologies did you did you realize that when you were explaining all of this, there are multiple technologies involved in this solution, right? You spoke about QR code, you spoke about, a few other solutions, but you didn't mention the technologies. But do you know what are the what technologies are used behind, or can you take a guess what technologies can be there behind all of this?
For booking, probably, they'll use web tech and also some kind of ERP system, because it will basically have to, keep a track of all the free tickets and seats. And again, similarly for, booking snacks and stuff, again, you need a connection to the, ERP system and APIs, which would have been exposed in the backend. Probably databases, so that you keep track of all the people and your user base on Book My Show. And that's all I could think of.
Yeah. So what I want you to realize is, I'm not quizzing you about the technologies, but do you appreciate that there are multiple technologies involved in building this one solution, one big solution called Book My Show, right?
Yes, sir, very true. Yeah.
Right. So, and this is for everybody, this is not just a conversation between me and Abhilash. I hope everybody else is understanding. So it is not about technologies per se. You could be an expert in AI, you could be an expert in QR code, space, you could be an expert in some other space, but this larger solution that is there in the market, that is there as an app today, Book My Show, for example, is using all these different technologies in different places, and that small parts build that whole big solution. And it is important for you to understand how it plays an important role in building that large solution. Why is it important for you? Because you are not going to only stay as one solution provider in one small piece of the whole game, right? You want to grow in your profession. You want to understand the bigger picture, and as you grow in your profession, as you build your career, you want to be more aware of what is going on, what can be done more, what new solutions can be built, and so on and so forth, right? So you see, so now, like Book My Show, can someone take another example? Can someone take some other example and discuss that? Who wants to go? Who else wants to speak up? Thank you, Abhilash. Thanks for your wonderful interaction. Who else wants to speak up of some other application? I will make it simpler for you, which you have used and which you are finding very useful today. Can someone speak up? Yeah, Halima, to make it easier for everyone to book their show. Yes. Yes. I mean, okay, before we close the Book My Show example, now, one solution, one reason why this is existing is, the problem is people are not able to, book their tickets in advance, or, when they go there, they have to buy it in black and all sorts of problems. It is being solved by Book My Show. What other big benefit is also being generated by this app as compared to the earlier ways of booking? So when earlier we used to go and book our tickets, for example, when Book My Show was not there, many of you might have that experience where you go to the counter and book the ticket, and he gives you one piece of paper, and then you take that ticket, and then you go into the hall, enter the hall. But that's about it. Next time when you come to watch a movie in the same theater, let us say you go to the same theater, does the ticket collector or the ticket seller there recognize you? Does he recognize you? Yes or no?
Yes,
Does he
sir.
remember? Sorry?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sidhu. So you're saying he recognizes you? He or she recognizes you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's maybe because you've been watching too many movies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, but in general, does he recognize everybody who purchases movie tickets?
No, sir, he can't recognize us.
I mean, you may be once in a month, you may be going, okay, you came to watch that particular movie last month. Now I recognize you, so I will give you 10% discount on this new ticket. Does he do that? Okay,
No,
recognizes
sir.
you,
No,
but he
sir.
does it. Even if you watch every movie every day, the first show, first day, or the first show every day, the first show you watch every day, will he give you discounts? He'll still sell you the ticket for 50 rupees or something. Now in Book My Show, they're keeping track of your previous purchases, right? They're keeping track. Let us say you're buying a ticket from PVR or somewhere else. I'm just giving a random example, may not be true. So let's say you're buying those tickets every other day, right? And then the system is keeping track of your purchases. If you're doing it through a registered thing, they're keeping track of your purchases. And maybe if they notice that you are a loyal customer of PVR, every time you come and watch movies only in PVR, maybe once a month, twice a month, or thrice a month, maybe they will start giving you offers. The next time you come, they will give you an offer of 1 free ticket. Possible? Because they have kept track of your previous purchases, right? The data is being collected, data is being stored, and they're keeping track through all the technologies. They're doing analysis, data analysis, and all of that in the background to understand, okay, this is the person, and therefore this is maybe we should give him some extra tickets to encourage him to come and watch more at our theater. That is one benefit. Another benefit is, supposing you only watch happy movies, family movies, let us say, for example. So next time there is a new family movie that is coming in, they may want to advertise that to you. They may want to give you a prior information. Okay, this movie is there in our theater now. You can come and watch this movie. And because you're so busy, you may not realize, but once you get that notification, you make your plans to watch that movie, right? Possible? Because they have made an analysis. I mean, if they can actually do all that analysis, and they give you. So there are so many benefits of building this app, and then there can be so many more benefits. You can think creatively, and you can come up with new ideas and solutions to build new features and maybe new services and offerings. So are you understanding? Are you all getting what I'm trying to explain? Okay, I will take a pause here. Who wants to explain what they understood? Who wants to explain what they understood from all of this elaborate explanation that I gave? Who wants to explain? Sidhu, since you are there on the screen, can you explain? Either you understood or you did not understand. Oh, Sidhu just removed himself from the screen because he was there. I asked him to explain, he removed himself from the screen. Okay, who wants to speak? Okay, my question to all of you is, are you liking this discussion? Are you enjoying this discussion? Are you seeing value from this discussion? Type a yes in the chat box if yes. Yes? At least you can type a yes to understand, to give me confidence that what I'm talking is making sense to you. Otherwise, I can keep talking, right? Okay. Okay, only, yeah, some of you said yes. The others, those of you who did not say yes, they're not understanding. Yes, it makes us involved. Okay, great. So are we here to sit and talk about movies? And, we spoke about my profile, and then we spoke about, so why is it also important for IT professionals? See, the point is, so why is all this important for you as IT professionals? Can someone answer? All of this discussion, why is it relevant for you if you are getting into the IT profession? Can you answer that? Can you answer that? Someone wants to speak up? Just unmute yourself and speak. Don't worry about permissions. Just unmute yourself and speak, or chat in the box saying, I want to speak. Right, I want to speak, and then I'll speak out your name. Okay, Purushottam is saying, yes, sir, demonstrate problem solving is success. Thanks, Purushottam. Problem solving skills can lead to a successful career, right? So that is what I'm trying to say. Who wants to speak? So many participants are there. Some of you want to speak. Okay, then I'm going to give you one quiz. Since you're not speaking, I will give you one quiz. Who wants a quiz? Say yes if you want a quiz. Say yes, say no if you don't want a quiz. Say yes if you want a quiz. Because to innovate and develop new things, sir. Okay, now you're answering the previous question. Yes, quiz please, Altaf. Okay, yes sir. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Okay, we'll have a quiz. We'll have an interesting quiz. Okay. Who wants an interesting quiz or who wants a technical quiz? I'm pulling up my screen for the quiz while we wait for that. Okay. Okay. Okay, both technical quiz as we are in the technical education. Okay, technical quiz, I will leave it to your technical instructors who are anyway going to ask you technology questions, right? Specifically to all those. I'm going to ask you questions on, thinking, business problem solving and thinking, which will help you solve those technical, problems also in your career. Okay, technical skills, anyway, you can read your books and you can, you will have enough and more of those quizzes. I'm going to ask you an interesting quiz. So who wants an interesting quiz which is relevant to you also? Who, only Purushottam wants an interesting quiz. Nobody else wants an interesting quiz. Who wants? Bidar wants both. Who else? Nobody else wants interesting quiz, is it? I want. Anima, Kavita, computers. Okay, only 3. Rest of them don't want. Whoever wants, please say interesting quiz. Okay, fine. Okay, let's have an interesting quiz. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know when you're able to see my screen. Okay. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know. Someone say yes if you can see my screen. Say yes.
Yes, sir, we can.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, so the quiz is coming up in the next slide. Okay. Okay. What is this? What is this? Jellyfish. Abhilash, yes, you're right. That's a jellyfish. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. That's called a comb jellyfish, but it's a jellyfish. Yeah. So you're right. So, but that's not the actual, final question. What is this one? It looks like a squirrel, but it's not a squirrel. It's not a squirrel. It's a striped mouse. Yes, it's a rat. It's a striped mouse. Okay, it's a kind of a mouse. Okay, what is this? Shark. Okay, Madan Kumar is right. So it's a shark. So it's a shark. But why do you all get full points for your answers? So no, that is not the actual question. Okay. So now you have to tell me tell me what is common amongst all of these three animals or these three species. What is common amongst these species? A comb jellyfish, a striped mouse, and a shark. Who wants to answer? Abhilash, you want to answer? Blue whale. Okay, it's a shark, Altaf. They're all cold-blooded, not necessarily.
In the small village, the big village.
I'm sorry, can you speak up?
The district. Yes, district village. You can mention.
Is someone trying to answer? Please, I can't understand. I mean, I'm not able to hear you very clearly. Can you speak again if you were trying to answer? What is common amongst all of these three species? Abhilash, you want to answer?
Only thing I could think of, sir, is are they endangered? I don't know, maybe completely irrelevant. But
No, don't say it's irrelevant or anything. Maybe they were endangered. You're close to the answer. Okay. So all of the three species, they survived extinction. You know what it means to become extinct, right? I mean, dinosaurs became extinct, right? So all of these three, we can now see dinosaurs only in the movies. You know, the latest movie, if you all watched, we can see a lot of dinosaurs there. But these three species survived extinction. What do you mean by extinction? They survived. They did not become extinct. They did not get lost in the whole change that is happening. They survived that extinction by demonstrating certain capabilities. So, for example, the jellyfish, it has been there since many millennium, okay? And in order to continue surviving like that from millennium and to thrive as a species today, it went through a lot of adaptations. It adapted itself to the changes that were happening in the surroundings in order to be able to survive as a species today. That is about jellyfish. The second one, the striped mouse, it demonstrated behavioral flexibility by nesting with strangers, which is a unique response to a stressful situation. So what does that mean? So when situation was becoming very difficult for the striped mouse, instead of living with its own kind of species, they started nesting with another species, with a strange species, and they built that ability in order to survive, in order to come out of that stressful situation. So that was their way of adapting, behavioral flexibility. Now, and then the third one, the shark, because things were becoming very difficult in the in the environment, in the oceans and all of that long time back, at that time, they moved deeper into water and deep into the ocean and adapted modern features to adjust to the environment changes. They developed new features to adjust to the environmental changes, right? So can you all type a yes if you understood these three things, and then I will tell you how it is relating to IT industry and yourself. Okay, can you understand whether you understood what I was trying to explain? Yes, yes, 2 yeses, 3 yeses, 4. Okay, the more yeses I see, the more confident I feel and the more motivated I will feel to explain this further to you. Okay. Okay. Okay, now my question to you is, so I see a good number of yeses. Now my question to you is, how is this relevant to us as IT professionals or aspiring IT professionals in today's world? What similarities or what relevance do you see?
Sir, so this says clearly that even we should be ready to adapt any kind of skills which is upcoming. So, for example, previously we had C, C++, Java, everything that overcome with Python now. So, which is very simple, adaptable, easy, and for any non-programmers also they could adapt easily and learn fast. So, this shows that how we can also adapt ourselves, like just making some changes in and around us. Maybe like just thinking how it could be useful for us.
Wonderful, very nice. I'll really like that answer. Who was speaking, please?
This is Saujanya, second line faculty, sir.
Thank you, Saujanya, ma'am. So that was very insightful. So I gave 3 examples here, right? So what parallels can we draw further to what you said? What parallels can we draw in today's scenario, in today's digital world? What from, like, say, from the first one we spoke about adapting, and then second one was flexibility, and third one was new features. What are the things that we are seeing similar to that? I will try and explain that now. Okay, so new products and services, right? So when you adapt to the environment, so like we saw Book My Show, can you all give me some more examples of new products and services that have come about as a result of the environmental changes that we went through, that we have been going through?
So do you mean any sites which have come up, like
no, any solution? See, don't get bogged down by any solutions. So we are all interacting today on what platform, by the way?
So basically like Amazon, Flipkart, Ola.
No. I'm asking you especially Amazon. That's all good answers. What is the platform we are interacting in today? Today we are having this discussion. I'm teaching on this platform, and then you are there on that. What is this platform called? Zoom?
This online classes, sir.
Zoom, right? It's an online class, and the platform name is Zoom, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So that is a new product, right? It was not there some time back. Only in the last few years we've all started using it, right? Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah. So it has come about as a new product because there is a need for a product like this. There is a need for a product like this. If the Zoom was not there today, or a similar product was not there today, you and I could not have interacted the way we are interacting today. Right? So it is a new product that has come about because of the changing environment. People are staying in different locations. They have to connect. And then we had the pandemic in the last 2 years, which accelerated the usage of these kind of platforms, right? These kind of solutions. And you also mentioned Amazon and a few other things, and maybe some other apps like Uber. You have Ola, you have, in cities, we also get these, order some food stuff using, Zomato. And then you have heard of all of these apps. All of you have heard of these applications. Some of you would have used it also. Swiggy is there. Yes, someone is mentioning Swiggy. Like that, can you give me some more examples of applications that you're using? Even your mobile banking, Paytm, all of these are applications. These are new products and services being provided to make your life simpler, because that is how the world is changing, right? So that is the first parallel we have to draw from here, okay? The second one, if you see, is new business processes. See, there are new business processes. Even the processes that we are doing today are a lot different because of the digital age and the digital times. New business processes are coming in place. And because these new business processes are coming in place, you have newer technologies coming to make those processes possible, right? So all these technologies that you're going to use, learn in your things, these are all being used there, right? So, and the third one is new business models. You need not really memorize these things. This is just to give you an idea of the big picture, right? Because of the experience that I have, I'm trying to share all of that in one interesting way, so that you understand what it means to be an IT professional, what it means to be a digital professional, what are the things you need to think about beyond just technologies. It's not just about technologies, it's not just about IoT, it is not just about AI and things like that. It is about how those tools and technologies can be used and for what problems can they be used. Even before that, what are the problems that are existing? Problem solving mindset, right? So new business models. So Book My Show is a new business model, right? Earlier model was you go to the theater, buy the ticket, go watch the movie and go back home. New business model, you have this platform, you can book your ticket there, you can go and watch the movie, you can get more benefits by watching more number of movies, you can go and watch maybe more, you can get more discounts, you can use your digital ways of paying. It makes your life simpler. That's a new business model, right? And it is bringing all the different types of theaters. You can see which theater it is available. Earlier, you have to just see in the newspaper what is being printed. Right now, you can see on that app, you can see where this movie is playing and at what time it is playing. You can take a decision, you can make better decisions. Supposing you don't want to watch it at 6 o'clock, you want to watch it at some other time, so which other movie theater is showing this movie at that particular time, you can actually check all of those things, right? So it's a new business model. So now I see a few more okay, Phone Pay, Domino's, all of that. Okay, so now we just spoke about these three examples just to give you an idea. I will leave maybe, I've been doing a lot of talking and I will in the sessions that go forward, we will go deeper into problem solving, what it means to be a problem solver, how you can build that mindset, how you can employ the different technologies for solving certain problems. We will discuss more in detail in the upcoming sessions. Now I will take a pause and I will be happy to take any questions. Yeah, anyone has any questions, any thoughts, anything, please go ahead and speak up. Yeah, nobody has any questions? Also booking tickets for flights. So you have that app for booking flights, Make My Trip and all of that. Yes. So Halima, Vaishali, Phone Pay, all these are good examples of all these new products have come about because of the new technologies, the digital age and all of that, right? So what else? Any questions? Who has, everything is very clear to you or you have any questions? If you keep quiet, it can mean only two things. One is you understand everything, there is nothing else to be understood, or you have not understood anything and you don't know what to ask. Those are the only two things that mean to me when there is silence. That silence means to me, right? So who has questions? Please ask questions. Go ahead. Were these three examples that I gave interesting? Were they interesting? Was this an interesting quiz? Was this an interesting quiz? Type a yes if it was in the chat box. Was this an interesting quiz? Okay. Okay. So we have another 15-20 minutes. So yes, absolutely. So you all like, so do you want more such? Okay, there is someone who wants to speak up. Yeah. Meanwhile, like you can keep chatting. You can keep chatting. You can say yes. So I'm just getting yes and no responses. It is like a black box, right? I mean, I'm asking something, I just say yes and no. So now, okay, no questions then. There are no questions.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I am Shalini, sir.
Yeah, Shalini.
I want to ask one simple question, sir.
Yes.
So according to you, sir, online class, is it effective for all students, sir? Online classes.
See, online classes are effective if the situation is, so there are certain conditions, right? You need to have good connectivity, and you need to have proper instructors. You need to have a proper environment where you are sitting and interacting. So if it is regular classes, it is effective. Definitely, if it is effective, provided these conditions are met. You need to have good connection. You should be able to present and all of that, because it has a lot of convenience. You avoid traveling, and then you can do it at the comfort of your home or office, wherever, and you don't have to travel so much, and all of those conveniences are there, and you can present. At the same time, it cannot completely replace one-on-one discussions, because at some points you want to interact with the person one-on-one directly if possible. You get to know the person better, and there's nothing like interacting one-on-one, right? So a good mix of online and in-person education, I think, is a good balance, because it has a lot of benefits. You can save a lot of time by online education, right? So provided everybody understands the seriousness of it and they take it seriously. But there are challenges. I understand someone will say, okay, recording is there, we will watch the recording later on, so why should I attend the class? That depends on your discipline. But as a platform, it is definitely useful. Right now, I'm able to interact with you because of an online platform. Right? If it was not for this online platform, we will have to think, okay, when can I plan my trip? When can I plan my trip? You're all not from the same city or same town as well, right? You're all from different parts. How will I go to these different places? How can I plan my trips? And it will be a lot of cumbersome and complicated effort. Whereas now we've all decided we'll come together for this 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hours or whatever, and then we are all interacting. So it's effective, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
And sir, these cloud and AWS, Python, whatever these services are there, no, how these useful to common people, sir?
How are these useful to common people? Okay, so we will, I will address these in detail in the future sessions as well. But to answer your question in a quick way, see, all of these technologies, like say for cloud and common, so when you say common people, you're talking about layman. So when you're using, let's say your WhatsApp, or you're using your pictures, you take pictures, you can store them in a common place on the, you don't have to really store them on your laptop all the time. You can store them in a cloud, free cloud services if you have those. So these are all some simple benefits. There are more serious benefits of that for organizations, for businesses, and all of that. We will see that as we go forward. But these are the common, some examples. You can, try and understand those. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. We will go into those details about how they are useful as we proceed with the other few sessions. But for now, I think that answer would suffice. Okay. Yeah. Who wants to ask another question or anything else? Who wants to share their experience of today's session? How was the experience of today's session? What did you like about today's session? Who wants to share? Some of you may want to share. Since a few of you have only interacted, I can only pick up your names. Others, I'll have to check. If you speak up, then I will know your names, right? So Abhilash, you want to speak up? I see your name in the chat box.
Oh, actually, that was for the previous question. But yeah, thank you so much for this wonderful session, sir. It was very insightful. I actually forgot to introduce myself previously. I'm actually a second line faculty for Kavita Computers, Gulbarga. So basically, I mean, everybody has their own way of teaching, and your way of connecting to everybody, breaking the ice, and making the session more interactive. This was very interesting, and also everybody came forward to speak. So, and the way you explained with very simple concepts and made us feel more comfortable, that was really great, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Abhilash. Thanks for the introduction as well. And I look forward to more interactions with all of you, you and all the rest as well, trainers, faculty, and also the students as well. So please feel free to interact. So the idea of these sessions is to get more, right, from the experience that I've had, right? So yeah. So some more is thank you, Abhilash. So I have some more responses there. If we create a new app, what are the methods to release and market it? It was a nice interactive. Okay, so you're saying you got some ideas around that. Okay, it's nice. I mean, obviously releasing it and all is a big topic in itself. We'll take, it's a subject that needs to be discussed at length, but you got an idea. It was interactive, interesting, informative, and inspiring. Thank you, sir. So all of you who are speaking, I'll really appreciate if you can speak up on the screen. The other reason why I'm asking you to speak up is it'll prepare you, right? You will become more confident of yourself when you're speaking. Here, I'm not judging you. You're not, I'm not, there are others I'm saying. You have an opportunity to speak and express yourself. So if you do that, you will become more confident and you'll become more comfortable in expressing yourself. Please do that, okay? Purushottam is saying, sir, please enrich us with IP issues, challenges, and patent process in India. If not patent, can one get at least copyright for these technical and business ideas? What needs to be done in any other future session? This would be of great value to many budding entrepreneurs among the batch students. So I'm going to share a lot of information around, some of the topics, Purushottam, but, specifically about, patenting and things like that may not be a part of the curriculum of the agenda for the discussion here. We can connect offline, and if we have, and if we get into that space, we will definitely discuss that. Okay, because those are very, very specific questions about, a few things which may not be of interest to everybody in the group, right? So we'll have to take that up separately. But yeah, I understand the gist of it. The other areas, yes, we will, I will definitely keep that in mind. Sir, as we got to know, there are many benefits of digital transformation, but do you think that digitalization also has its act in increasing unemployment? That's a wonderful question. That's a beautiful question. Important question. Madan, can you come up on screen if you can and speak up? I'd like to understand this a little more in detail, and then we will try to answer that. Madan, you wrote an interesting point. Can we have you on screen? Can you speak up, or is it possible for you to speak? Sorry, sir. Okay, so there is some challenge with Madan in terms of maybe connectivity or whatever. So to answer you, Madan, see, everybody fears about unemployment. There'll be more digitalization and there'll be more unemployment. Yes, there is going to be challenges. Oh, okay, he's in a bus. So an interesting question while traveling. So I must appreciate your question. So, okay, coming back to the question. Yes, so there will be challenges. Anything new that happens, there will always be challenges. But you also need to look at the opportunities. So the same thing applies for, see, whether we like it or not, there will be changes in the society. So first we had an agrarian society, we had an agricultural society a long time back. Then we had industrial revolution, right? And then because of industrial revolution, a lot of things changed, and today the world is completely different because of a lot of changes that happened in the industrial revolution. There was a lot of loss of, the other kind of roles, and then people got onto newer roles. Whether it was for the good or bad is a different discussion. We will have that as a separate discussion. But there were losses, and then there were new opportunities, and people adapted to that. They had but no choice but to adapt, right? They adapted. Then there came computerization. There were so many other changes, and then we had the information age, the technology age, where we got in, computers in the world, and that changed a lot of things. People were very worried about their jobs. Will computers take away my jobs? So, but then with computers, a lot of new data got churned, and that data had to be processed, and new jobs had to be created. So there is always an opportunity. There is something which has disrupted something, but it has also created an opportunity for newer things. So there is new things. Now, similarly, I will not go into too much of detail because we have less time, but we will talk about this in detail as we go forward in the other sessions. But as we see now in digitalization, people fear that there is so much of digitalization happening. Everything is becoming robotics. Everything is automation. Everywhere you don't need human intervention. You can start doing everything on the app or things like that. But it is also bringing up new opportunities. You are getting newer kind of roles, newer kind of jobs, newer technologies are emerging. People need to use it, right? So my thinking is that opportunities will always be there. You as a professional, it's in your interest to keep adapting to it. Either you change it, if you can change it, or you need to adapt to it so that you can survive that wave. Like we looked at the three examples, right? If all the three species thought it's all over, let us just stay where we are, they might have become extinct. But they went back, they went into whatever they wanted to do, and then they built new features and they adapted to survive extinction, right? So does that answer your question, Madan, to some extent? Can I get a response from you, Madan? If that answers your question to a certain extent. How many of you understood Madan's question and did I answer that question? Can I get some responses in the chat box? Okay, Madan is saying yes, sir. How many of you, this was not only Madan's question, I think a lot of you also would have thought about this. Yeah, so thanks. Yes, Vaishali. So what about the others? Any more experiences, any more thoughts you have, you wanted to share? Who else wants to share their thoughts about today's session? Can you speak up? There were a lot of ladies who spoke up earlier. I would love to hear them, maybe hear others, some of the other gents as well. Please speak up. Please share your experience. Is this inspiring? Is this content, whatever we discussed today, helping you open up your mind and think more in different directions? Is it helping you? In what ways is it helping you? Can you share? That will give me inspiration, right? It will give me inspiration to share more with you. Who wants to speak? We have last few minutes. Who wants to speak? Please go ahead. Someone unmuted, please go ahead and speak up. Okay, or you can start chatting also. So many of you are there. All of you others, what about you? Next time I'm going to also pick up some names. Now I'm knowing you, right? So I can remember your names and then we can interact. Yeah, who wants to speak? Someone from Vaishali Computers, someone from Kyonix Hubli, someone from SH System Raichur, Srishti Infotech. So many of you are there, right? Yes, please. There are disadvantages and advantages. Kyonix Hubli. Yeah, okay. That's nice. Comtech, Dharwad, Kavita Computers. Everybody is completely silent. You're all hungry already, is it? Lunchtime, 12 o'clock?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Actually, today's session was so interesting, sir, and it was so interactive also, and it made us to come up with some ideas also, and we are so comfortable to talk with you also, sir, in this session. And what I learned in this session was that we were having so many resources. We can even go through those resources and we can utilize them very well. We have that, but we don't we have to use them in a very well manner, sir. Like you gave an example as you gave an example for that book my show. So like that initially we were only used to text, no sir. Now we are using WhatsApp, so now we could able to share the picture as well as we can have a conference calls and all those things are because of updated version. So we have to update ourselves more and we can transform ourselves to digital world.
Awesome. Okay, nice to hear that. Who was the speaker? Who spoke up actually?
Sir, Reshma from Kalyan.
Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Reshma.
Reshma. Okay, yeah, thanks, Reshma. Thank you very much. Okay, who else? Who else wants to speak up? So, Reshma, now you understand. Okay, now I see. Reshma and the lady behind you. Now you understand the difference of liking noodles and liking idli and liking and the parallel between that and the different technologies. You're able to appreciate that. You're able to understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you. Sidhu, I see you nodding very nicely, so I want you also to speak up. Sidhu, can you speak up? Did you like the session or did you enjoy the session?
Sir, really enjoy, sir.
Okay. So I'll be happy to hear more from you and others. Any more last, thoughts to make it, more interactive. Next time, what we will do. So while we are towards the close of the session, so we will look at this approach of problem solving through my sessions, and we will look at IT industry and digital transformation from that lens. And I will share more examples from my experience and how that can be applied in your career and in your profession that way, and what are the different tools that you can use for problem solving and all of that to improve your skills, to improve your overall skill to become more resourceful and professional in the organization, right? Not just for you, Sidhu, for the entire the group. I mean, I know a lot of you are faculty and a lot of you are trainers and a lot of you. So it's like I'm going to share a lot of my thoughts and insights with all of you so that you can benefit from it. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. So I'm at the close of the session. If someone has any more thoughts, any more insights you want to share, please go ahead. We'll wait for a few more, maybe minutes, and then we can call it a day for today's session. And I will hand over to, the organizing team to have the closing words.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Saying that the way you were questioning us, I like the most. It's the engaging people.
I'm sorry, your voice was echoing, so I could not hear you very well.
In simple way, I'm saying that the way you're questioning us is I like the most.
Okay. Thank you. So you felt you were finding this approach of interaction very engaging. That's what you're saying, right? Okay. Thank you very much. That's very motivating. I will continue to use that approach for the sessions going forward, and we will all learn together. Okay. All right. So I will call it a day, and I wish you all, a good day and good week ahead until we meet next time again. And I hand over to the organizing committee, so we can close.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful insight, and the way you explained things were very good. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So I'm going to, I think we all can leave the session now, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.